Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, guys, to the second part of this training. Okay, as those of you who have watched the last two webinars, and those of you who have watched the replays of the last two webinars, you already know what we are talking about. I had promised that I'm going to show you how you can achieve your lifelong dreams with just putting in a few pieces of the puzzles together, okay? So it's going to require some little effort on your part to be able to put this together. And of course, persistence, consistency, and of course, the sacrifice that you have to make involves you following this training. Okay, I'm doing this training for free, guys, and there's a lot of my private students on this webinar. I'm just going to mention a few of them, but before we do that, I'm a believer. Let us say a word of prayer. Father Almighty, we come before you and we pray in the belief of the power of the Almighty that the training and the knowledge that I'm going to share with your people, that it shall be helpful to them and it shall start changing their lives. And those of us who are going to employ this skill, they are going to become successful and start realizing their dreams in the belief of the power of the Almighty. Amen. Thank you, guys, and welcome to this webinar again. I'm going to try to keep these webinars short so that you guys can easily follow and implement each of the steps that I'm going to talk about. So now, for those of you who are joining us on the webinar live, okay, you can ask your questions on the chat box, and some of my coaches who are on here are going to help me answer some of your questions. And of course, I'll also be trying to answer some of the questions that you're putting on the chat box. I can see some of you are already asking some questions, but just hold your horses, okay? Hold your horses, and I'll start answering some of the questions as I go along. So if you haven't watched the last two, the previous two replays, webinars, for those of you who are joining us on YouTube, because we are putting this on our new YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel is the Smart Wolf Club channel. And of course, if you are a member of the Smart Wolf Club, for the members, we are also going to put these videos on the members area. You'll go to the area where it says extra bonuses or training. You can find a series of these videos here. Now, for those of you who are joining us on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and then hit the bell notification, okay? It's very important that you click that bell notification so that every time we upload the replay, you are notified and you can access the material, okay? This is free training, and there are a lot of you asking me why I'm doing this training for free, okay? Because of what is going on, the foregoing, you know, the COVID pandemic has really touched my heart. It hit very close to home, and I see a lot of people who have been suffering. We've been doing this for many years, underground, okay? So these are some of the strategies that I've been teaching my students and some of the strategies we employ and to achieve the successes that we have achieved, okay? If you follow this training, you are going to be successful, okay? There's no shortcut, okay, guys? You got to put the work, okay? Right? What is more important? Put the work in the beginning so you can play later, or you want to play now and then you're going to pay later. So you choose, yeah? Pay now, okay? Pay the price, the sacrifice some little time so you can learn these skills and put them to use. And then, of course, you can play later by starting to achieve your dreams. So if you guys don't know what we are talking about, this is just a quick refresher here. If you missed the previous training, this is the one that we're talking about, using the DVE strategy to achieve your lifelong dreams. And we went through the dreams, okay? There are many, many dreams, but I kind of summarized them here. Some of you are dreaming about taking the vacations, you know, you have dream vacations, 40, 50, 60,000, 100,000 worth of a vacation, 10-day vacation to the Mediterranean in a private yacht, you know, this expensive boat here, private boat with your private crew, you know what I mean? Chef, yeah? You like eating, you have a good appetite. So you can have all kinds of chefs coming with you, along with you, 10-day, 2 weeks, 5 days, 1 week, put a price to your dream vacation. Some of you are dreaming about the cars. Like one of my students, private students, she shared this dream. Her dream car is this car right here, and the value is about 100,000. So again, when we started talking about the dream, when we talk about the DVE strategy, we are talking about the dream, the vision, and the effort that is required. So we summarize it and break down everything into just those 3 categories. First of all is defining the dream. Number 1 is the dream. You must be able to dream, okay? I don't know how I'm going to say that. This is the most important part of this puzzle. We're going to put this puzzle together for you. We have put this together for so many people for many years. We are underground, okay? We are not known. We are not the influencers you see on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, on social medias, Pinterest. No, we are not influencers, okay? Because we do this underground. We are in the trenches, okay? Right now, we are just sharing this because of what's happening. The pandemic, we need to share. And the master teacher tells us, if you believe in something, you learn, practice, and then teach others. And when you teach others, you undergo some transformation, and your students also undergo some transformation. They start succeeding, and their problems go away. And once your students' problems go away, your problems go away too. And I have experienced that, and a lot of my coaches have experienced that. Some of my coaches were my previous students, okay? Tajimoto is on here from Tokyo, Japan. 5 years ago, Tajimoto joined our group, and we started showing him how to do. He's very, very successful. He's one of the coaches. We have Josephine on here from Sydney, Australia. 8 years ago, 5 years ago, they came in with her team, and we trained them on this, and we worked together. She's one of the coaches in Sydney, Australia. How are you, Josephine? She's on here today on the webinar. We have Mr. Baker from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. Mr. Baker, how are you, sir? Mr. Baker, 8 years ago, we started this journey together with him, training, joined our group. Okay, I've been doing this for so many years. Most of you are forgetting that the internet is over 30 years old. So I've been doing this for a long, long, long time. When I say that, it's a long time. And sometimes I'm still amazed that people have not realized the power of the internet. Okay, I said this in my previous videos, previous webinars. I think every webinar I say, if you appreciate the power of the internet, then I do not understand why you should be complaining. You don't know how you're going to put bread on the table. You've lost your job. But I know most of you have internet at home. Most of you have Wi-Fi at home. Most of you have mobile phones. I've been to so many parts of the world. People have mobile phones, smartphones that can access the internet. If you can access the internet, then you can make money on demand. All you need to know is learn some of the skills that we are going to share with you, and that is where the difference maker is. Some people learn and they take that information, they take that skill, they put that to use, and they start making profits, okay? How long does it make a profit online? Guys, there's over 1,000 people right now on this webinar, okay? All we did was send a simple email, okay? We have massive email list. Sent a simple email, and we have people from all over the world on this webinar. We have Tajimoto from Japan. I just said Tajimoto. Josephine is on here from Sydney, and her team, like 40, 50 people from Australia on here. I can see Australia. When I look at the list, the chat box, the people, attendees, there's almost 50 people from Australia. There's almost 30 people from India. Actually, more than that. Mr. Singh from Bombay. Mr. Singh joined our team 6 years ago, and we've been working with him, and he's doing very well. He has a big, big team in India. Recently, we were there in Bombay training his team. Those who wanted to work with us, over 200 people showed up in our workshops, and they're all doing very, very well. A lot of them are doing so well. We have Rosemary, who is in Toronto. Again, she has a big team. She joined us 7 years ago. We started 7 years ago. She's doing great. She has a big, big team. Quite often we go to Canada to train her team. We have Mary joining us from Vancouver, Canada. So there's a number of Canadians on here, almost 200 Canadians on this webinar today. There's hundreds of people from the United States. Mr. Peter just joined us 3 weeks ago from Kenya. Mr. Peter, how are you doing, sir? And I know he has a team there. He's put a plan together using the same strategies that we are sharing with you guys. So I don't want to go over this, take too much time. We have Sion, who is joining us from Singapore. We have Malemala, who is joining us from Cape Town. How are you? We have Moses joining us from Lagos, Nigeria. How are you, Moses? So we have so many people joining us. We have Jose, who's joining us from Sacramento. We have Romero, who's joining us from Madrid, Spain. Marcela from Spain. Jorgensen is on here from Denmark. Carinces from Berlin, Germany. Carinces has been with us for almost 10 years. We've been working together for over 10 years. So you can see, I mean, it goes way, way back. Mr. Marcelino is on here. 12 years ago, we started doing this together. We've had webinars and workshops and trainings. We've gone up and down through these strategies that we do online. We do a lot of things. We teach crypto trading. Okay, crypto is newer. Is the new kid on the block. Everybody talking about the Bitcoin. You've seen Bitcoin going up 60,000, down 20,000, 19,000. You see the opportunities there. You see the opportunity it presents. So if you know the skills, the strategies, you can take advantage of that. You can make money when it's going up to 60,000, and you can also make money as it is going down to 19,000, maybe 15,000. Who knows in the next coming months? Because we are still in a very serious economic downturn because of the pandemic, and of course what the governments are doing, inflation. A lot of governments are giving out a lot of money being produced, put in circulation, leading to inflation. A lot of companies have closed because of the lockdowns. Production went down. Industries have been wiped out. People have lost money. People have lost their savings. So generally, there is a depressed market. There's a depressed economy. But the governments are doing everything they can, giving out a lot of money, okay? Stimuluses everywhere, stimuli. I think the plural of stimulus is stimuli. So a lot of stimuli money coming up, okay? Guys, so basically what I'm saying is, and there's a lot of people who do not know how to make money. That's why we're sharing this for free, because I'm a believer, and the master teacher says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So if you see your neighbor struggling and you have some knowledge, you have a skill that you can share to help that family, that charity, that church, that school, that neighborhood, that village, depending on where you come from, that slum, if you can improve the life of the people there, by sharing your skills and knowledges, please, let's do that. That's what our master teacher tells us. So, love your neighbor as you love yourself, okay? So we can all grow together. And with that type of a mindset, that is the mindset that we need to have, okay? Helping each other, holding the other person's hand, okay? If you climb up, look back and get somebody's hand and lift them up, okay? Lift them up even higher so that they have the opportunity to pull you up. That's what I believe in, okay? If I learn something, I train somebody and they get better at it, then they're going to also pull me up to another level. So then that way we keep going up, push each other up. And that is the motto. That is the policy that I've been operating with. And that's why most of us are not known. We are not influencers. We are underground, down in the trenches. We do this. We walk the talk, okay? We preach this, we live this, and we do what we preach, okay? I preach wine, I drink wine. I preach water, I drink water, not the other way around. Preaching water and you're drinking wine. That's not what the master teacher tells us. The master teacher says if you're lukewarm, you're going to be spat out. So the best thing is you have to be either cold or hot. So that is it. It's either I'm hot, I'm teaching, I'm sharing the knowledge, or I am not, okay? So if I have some secrets that I want to share, I share. Okay, I decide to share, I share them. I don't want to share, I don't want to share. So it's either I'm hot or I'm cold, not in between. Lukewarm, you're going to be spat out, okay? The master teacher says this, and I'm a firm believer of that. Blessed are those who do what? Share, love others as they love themselves. So with that, guys, let's come back to this. This is just a refresher. So if you didn't watch the previous video, and I have created a playlist for this, okay? So for those of you who are going to watch Smart Wolf Club YouTube channel, it's a new channel. We're about less than 1,000 people who have signed. I know there's a lot of you on here who have not subscribed to the channel. I see a lot of my members, Smart Wolf Club members who have not subscribed to the channel. We want to subscribe to the channels because when you subscribe, a lot of you, then YouTube is going to share this information with the masses. Millions of people online can be able to watch this free training. This is gold. This is something that can revolutionize the mind of a lot of people. This is something that can help your friend. If you share this with somebody that you care about, this might not be for you, okay? Because this is not for everybody. There's a lot of you who like what you're doing. You're doctors, you're engineers, because I see there's people on here. Some of my students have been in different fields, careers, different levels, different ages in life, different stages in life. We invite everybody. Some of you work one-on-one with me. Some of you work one-on-one with my coaches, but it's very expensive because of our time. My time is very valuable. My coach's time is very valuable. So we can't possibly put a price. We've gone through this. How much are you going to pay? 1 hour, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. There's people who have paid even $10,000 for 2 hours. Zoom call. Just get on a Zoom call, $10,000, just to get their mindset and share some of the strategies so we can put their online businesses on a straight line. So we can start propelling their profitability. Show them some of the tricks and the strategies that we use to grow our online presences, digital marketing, advertising, Facebook advertising, social media management, things like that. YouTube strategies, Google advertising, mass media, So things like that. What are you looking for? The ROIs, what type of 10x, 3x, 5x, your profitability, put in $1 to get $10 on the other side. Some people talk about e-commerce, the traditional e-commerce, arbitrage, where you buy something cheap from one source and sell it on the other platform at a higher price and you make a profit. So how hard is it to make a profit? All you need to do is find somebody here who has a need and you fulfill their need, okay? Some of you already, this matter here, the stuff in between your ears, your mind, your intelligence, the skills that you already have acquired, you can put them in, you can package them and sell them to somebody through a webinar like this, for example. We show you how you can have a successful webinar like this. I'm not going to sell you anything on this webinar. I don't sell anything. I'm just sharing this for free, but I'm just telling you how easy it is right now to make a profit. So when somebody tells me, I don't know how to make money, all I see is that they have not had exposure. They have not socialized with, they have not hung out with people like me, my coaches, and other people who are successfully taking advantage of the internet. That's what it tells me. So it depends on the people that you hang around with. So if you are hanging around with like minds, people are just like you, then you're not going to improve at all. So you need to stretch yourself a bit, change your circles. Look at the 5 people around you, average around you. Are they where you want to be? If they are not, then you got to replace those people. Okay? You got to change your circles. Start hanging out with people who are already where you want to be. Okay? I'm always looking for people who are higher achievers than I am, people who work harder than me, people who are smarter than me. I like to feel a little uncomfortable when I'm with my friends. I like to hang out with people who are more knowledgeable, smarter, sharper, hardworking than I do, people who are smarter than me. I always like to be the least in that group so that I can take advantage of the knowledge of the other people, okay? So when I'm training my students, I pour down onto them so they can get better than me. A lot of my students here are getting much better than me. And the reason is because I give everything wholeheartedly. Okay. So if you attend these webinars, whatever I'm pouring onto you, take that and run with it. Okay. Run. And once you get successful, teach somebody, because the master teacher tells us, if you believe in something, learn everything. Okay. And then practice and teach. The reason why he says teach is because when you start teaching, you get better. That's what I've learned. When you teach somebody something, you get better at it. Okay. And when you get better, you start, performing at a higher level. You start getting if it's the profits, your profits would grow because you're now becoming more efficient. Your advanced skills, you're advancing your skills. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. Okay. So with the DVE strategy, this is something that I applied way from the beginning. Okay. And I have not shared this in public. So I'm doing it in 2022. Okay, and onwards, because of what has happened. The pandemic, COVID, has really hit home. I lost people that I know, okay, to COVID, and it has touched my heart. I see how their families are struggling. So I'm trying to come in and fulfill what the master teacher tells me. Share thy knowledge, share thy skills with thy people, help thy neighbor. Blessed are those who do those things. That is cardinal rules that we have to live. Socially, we have to be responsible citizens, okay? So guys, I'm going to put a disclaimer here before I proceed that whatever I'm going to share with you guys, it's not professional and financial advice, okay? So if you need professional financial advice, please seek that from licensed individuals, okay? So whatever I'm sharing with you guys is my knowledge, my experience, and the experience of my coaches. Therefore, there are no guarantees. The results that we are sharing here, there's no guarantee that you're going to get the same results. Because one thing, we don't know your work ethic. Some people get this information and they do not follow the steps. They don't follow the rules. They don't follow anything. Okay? So people are lazy generally. Yeah. Because I see that from my students. Many. I've been training for so many years. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't succeed is just the level of effort that they put in, or the amount of attention they pay to detail. Some people pay more attention, they get this knowledge and they put it to use, and they even better it. They customize it to their own need. But some people get this information and they do not apply it. They don't persist. They are not consistent, and they fail. So mindset, the gray matter, the white matter between your ears, guys, I've said that many times. That's the difference maker, your mindset, okay? So you have to have the right mindset, and you can do that by associating with the right people, okay? Come out here and hang out with us. So when I tell you to subscribe to our Smart Wolf Club channel on the YouTube, it's because I want you to hang around us, okay? It may not be possible because you are probably in a different country, different location, time zones. There's people... Okay, good morning, good afternoon. There's people from Australia here. There's people from Dubai, UAE. There's people from India here. There's people from North America, Canada, USA, tons of them. I see people from Brazil on here, Mexico, Africa, Europe. There's people from Eastern Europe in this webinar. So we are all at different time zones, okay? So it's not really easy to come out and hang out with me in person. And I don't have that time either. But we can hang out by using what we have, the power of the internet, social media. We have a Telegram group, okay, guys? For those of you who are going to watch it on YouTube, there's a Telegram group. Go and join that group. And when you come there, don't just start looking around and see what are people saying, what is going on in this group. If you don't ask any questions, nobody's going to give you answers. So when you come there and you're hungry, if you must be very hungry to get information. If you knock the door, we're going to open it, okay? But if you come in there, look around and say there's nothing going on here, and you unsubscribe and go away, what good is that going to do to you? We have no problem. We don't need you. You probably need us more than we need you, okay? You need our knowledge. So you come there, you're hungry, ask your questions, and we'll answer, okay? I may not answer right away, but one of my coaches might be on there and answer. And some of the members are seasoned. Some of them are our students. They are actively going through these trainings. They are working with us one-on-one, some of them. They pay a lot of money for that. So they have a lot of knowledge. They are already acquiring our experiences. They are learning from us. So they're going to share some, they're going to answer. So it's a community. If I know something, I'm going to answer. But if you come in there and all you want to do is spam everybody, share some scammy type of stuff, you're going to be kicked out of the groups. The administrator, the admins are going to kick you out of the group. Okay, and don't complain, because you're not following the rules. Those are very simple, basic rules: decorum, courtesy. Okay, so guys, what I'm trying to tell you guys is this would be the order of the week. Every week we're going to share nuggets that you can put into your business so that you can become successful. We want to see you successful, but you have to hang around successful people. And if somebody has some knowledge that you can tap into, please hang around them. Okay. If you want to learn a skill, join those groups. Okay. If somebody has a skill that you admire, that you want to learn, please hang around those people so you can learn the secrets, the tricks, the strategies that they are using in their businesses. Okay. So if somebody has already done what you have always aspired to do, then that's the right person to talk to, because they can share their journey with you. They can tell you what they did, and they can save you a lot of time. They can shortcut your journey. They can tell you, oh, sorry, when I was getting where I am now, when I was going through this training, these are the mistakes that I made. Please avoid those. They give you warnings. They save you time. Okay. So the previous webinar, guys, just a recap here. We defined what the DVE strategy is in very basic words. DVE strategy was D stands for the dream. So you have to start with a dream. Now, to start with a dream, you have to be able to dream, because there are people who don't dream. They don't know how to dream. Life has beaten them so much. They are low life, they've given up. They have really given up. So these are the people we have to start showing them how to dream. Okay, that's the first step. And I've told you dreams are things like this. So you have to have a well-defined dream. Okay, what are you looking at? You have to know what your dream is. Is it a dream house? Is it a dream wife? Dream life, you can see here. Is it a dream car? Dream vacation? Many, many other things. It could be hundreds of them. Just because I don't want to keep this webinar 10 days long, I'm just going to take the basics, okay? Like what my students have shared. These are things that some of my previous students have shared. These are their dreams. Somebody here was dreaming $100,000 car. This one here was a vacation. Somebody was dreaming about $50,000, $60,000 vacation, 10-day vacation to the Mediterranean. Spend $50,000. This is a house somebody was dreaming about, a family house, $2.5 million house. This is somebody's wedding. They are dreaming about having a wedding, $40,000, $50,000 wedding. And then we talked about the vision. Guys, you remember what I said about the vision? Now, the vision here has to be clarity in your vision. There cannot be no vagueness. Same thing with the dream. You have to have the well-defined dreams. That's the difference maker. It's not the dream that you wander from the dream that you have wandering from one place to another and there's no clarity. When we ask you what are you dreaming about, you can't really tell. You cannot see what it was. It was a figure. You don't know whether it was female or male or an animal or a dog or a cat so that's not a well-defined dream. A well-defined dream is, there you go, a dream vacation, 40, 50,000. Now you're starting to get into the realms of a vision. So what is my vision here? Our visions, for the sake of my training, for the sake of the DVE strategy, what I teach my students is your vision has to be defined by your goals. Goals, Goals. You define your goals you get the clarity in your vision. Okay? We want to achieve our lifelong dreams. We have many, but you're going to pick 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you're going to start with the first one. Okay? So you start with the first one. So if your first dream is a home, for example, first, let's say yours is a wedding. You want to have that dream wedding. Marry the woman of your life or the man of your life. Okay? It doesn't matter. Whoever you want to marry here, it doesn't matter to me, because I can see some people in the chat box saying that, am I sensitive to stuff? I'm not. Okay? It doesn't matter. You can marry whoever you like. Okay? I'm a Christian, so of course you know what the Christians believe in when it comes to marriage. But it doesn't matter to me what you want to marry. Yeah, so let's not discuss that, guys. Yeah, I see Jonas from Miami, Florida. He brought that issue up about marriage. What do you define marriage as? I'm saying it does not matter to me. If you want my definition, then it's going to be based on Christianity, because I'm a Christian and I'm a believer. So you don't want to hear that, right? Okay. So let's not discuss that, guys. Right now, let us focus on the DVE strategy. But what I'm saying is basically you can marry whoever you want. That's up to you. You make your choices. So basically here, what I'm saying is you can put a price to that. Okay. You want to marry, have a dream wedding, $50,000, $60,000 dream wedding. Okay. Some of you want $100,000 dream wedding. Some of you want $1 million dream wedding. It's up to what you want to get. Okay. I'll tell you what is going to decide how much your dream wedding is going to be. It's going to be on this part here when we are defining our vision. Okay. So the vision is going to be defined by your goals. And what did we say about our goals? Let's go back here. Vision must have a clear vision. Goals that are SMART, S-M-A-R-T, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, with time defined. So basically, you cannot just say, wake up and say, okay, tomorrow or next year, I want to have $1 million wedding. So again, it's going to be determined by where are you at right now? From 0 to $1 million wedding next year? Is that realistic for you? What efforts are you going to put in to achieve that? Because then those are the questions I ask my students. Okay, good. That sounds like a good dream. Okay, $1 million wedding. Okay, then my next question would be, okay, let's see, where are you coming from? Where are you starting? How much are you ready to invest in terms of money, time, sacrifices that you have to make? So then from there, we can decide whether that vision is clear or not clear. Are the goals SMART? So we are trying to define your goals, guys. So we go into a goal setting session, okay? Because this is what I'm teaching you here. Once you get this right here, 99% of my work is done, okay? The 1% is up to you to put that effort. If we can get these three things, the DVE strategy, if we can get these three things done, if we can clearly dream, define our dreams, clearly put it on paper, put it somewhere, put it on paper like this right here. Take a snapshot of this, guys. Screenshot this thing. Screenshot this and put this on your wall. And then you can replace this with whatever your dream is. For some of you, this Mediterranean trip here, private yacht, you jumping or you diving into the water, your kids, for those of you who have families with your kids or nephews or siblings, the family stuff type of a thing here. If this is your thing, put that there. How about cars? You can replace this car with your car, if the car is your thing, if cars is your thing. This is one of my students that shared this. One student shared that, another student shared that, another student shared that, another student shared that. And I put this here. Your dream must be well defined. This is the starting point. If you can start dreaming, and defining your dreams clearly, my work is almost done, guys. Hallelujah. Amen. Guys, with the power of the Almighty, I give you the power to start dreaming. With the power of the Almighty and in the belief of the power of the Almighty, thou shalt start dreaming again. I know there's a lot of negativity out there. We watch all kinds of stuff. We spend time on Instagram. We spend time on Facebook, media, social media. We spend time on YouTube. We spend time on videos, TikTok, WhatsApp. We spend time in Telegram groups. We spend time in all kinds of, so there's a lot of noise around us. We watch TV. We watch shows, negativity. We hear this, we hear that. Those water cooler talks we have with our friends, co-workers. They come, these negative co-workers. They come there and they just pour some negative poison in your brain. Quickly fries your thinking. It denies you of the dreaming power. It drains you. This negative boss, this is BS of a boss. He just drains zaps the energy out of you. Okay? Or the girl at the checkout station just comes and gives you all these negative things. Her pet died, her dog died, her lizard died, this got sick, this got this. The other day, did you see they killed us, they shot this, they did that, they banned this, the tsunami there, hurricane there, negativity, COVID over there. Oh, everything is negative. Business shut down, there's a coup there, there's a war there, there's money, crypto going down, Bitcoin has lost, stocks have gone down, the market is crashing, inflation is off the hook. They are going to increase the interest rate, it's gone beyond, the credit card guy is calling, oh my goodness, the collectors are coming, oh my goodness, there's a divorce, he's divorcing, he's cheating on you, oh my goodness, the pastor was, oh my God, the church is doing this, there's elections, there's somebody's lost. I mean, there's so much going around, so much noise, okay? But we have to start dreaming, and that's why I am praying over this, guys. I'm saying, with the power of the Almighty, I command that you start dreaming again. And I think demonstrated to you why it is so important that you have to start dreaming again. This is the subject of this webinar today. The DVE strategy has only 3 steps, 3 concepts. 1, DVE. D for dreaming, dreams. V for the vision. V as in Victor, for the vision. And then E is the effort. So if we can tackle the D today, finish that. Next week, we're going to look at the vision. Okay? Guys, next week, we're going to work on the goals. How we can put those smart goals, defining our vision. My vision is to be taking a holiday at the Mediterranean in 5 years. 5 years from now, one of my goals, this is one of my student goals, okay? So I'm just sharing. The things I'm sharing here is what I am going through behind the curtains with my one-on-one private students, trying to help them define their dreams. People have stopped dreaming, guys. You can't believe it. When I say that, I tell my friends that, do you know there's millions of people out here who have no dreams, no aspirations. They have given up. They just wake up in the morning, just roll the whole day, come back tomorrow, the same thing. No dreams. They have no capacity to dream at all. They stopped dreaming. All the dreams they had when they were little, gone by the winds. Life has beaten them so much. Life overtook them. They say the rains overtook them. Because they went through negative experiences. The dreams that they had when they were kids. They dreamed that they're gonna have a Mediterranean cruise. They're gonna go to the Caribbeans. They're gonna go to see the Himalayas. They're gonna tour Europe. They're gonna visit Italy. They're gonna volunteer in Bombay, in the slums of Nairobi, in the slums. They're going to help people. They're going to help charity. They're going to donate millions of dollars to charity. When they were young, they dream about that. They had dream cars, dream homes, dream spouse, dream companion, dream family, dream car. Like this one here. This is one of my students right here. She was talking about a dream car. One of them, dream house. She has it all figured out. One of them, she was dreaming about spouse, a dream wedding. In a different country, different settings altogether, just for the wedding. Take her family there and have a wedding, all her friends for a wedding. A wedding plus a vacation all together, fully paid for. All inclusive. 50, 60, 100,000 US dollar worth of a wedding. $1 million. I've had a student with a vision of $1 million wedding, dreaming about a massive wedding. $1 million. $2 million. I've had students like that come through my training. But before we got there, these people had stopped dreaming completely until you show them that they can dream again. So it's unbelievable. So let us start dreaming, guys. Those of you who are on this webinar, today, just now, I'm going to take 5 minutes, right? I'll continue talking in the background, but take out your notebook, okay, and put 4 dreams. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Just take these 4 dreams. If you are not here yet, okay, somebody's saying, oh, I already had a nice wedding. Okay, how about renewing your vows? If you're married to that person 15 years ago, you had a good wedding and you're happy about that. How about renewing your vows? Second, renewal of your vows during your anniversary. What if you take all your friends, your family, down to where you like? That place, fully paid for, all inclusive, paid by you, cash. Because you have abundance. The master teacher tells us that we have to have abundance. And when he pours on us, we have to bless others. Okay? So take these people and show them. So that's what I'm saying. You can never stop dreaming, guys. It doesn't matter. You had a massive wedding 15 years ago. The opportunity is still there to make that wedding much better. What didn't you like in that wedding? There was no cake. Okay, there we go. Let's do this again. In our second wedding, renewal of vows, we're going to have a massive cake. Just taking an example, because I can see some of you on the chat box commenting. Some of you are already saying, oh, I have a dream car. It doesn't matter. How about getting the sports car that you've always wished to get? The Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, if the car thing is, if your thing is the cars. Somebody says I have the top top-notch Land Rover. Somebody says, I have a car exactly like that one, because I think this is a Land Rover. So this is a dream for one of my students. She says she'll be happy to get one of these. This is her dream car. So we are working on that. We have already put the vision together. We have already set the goals. We are just putting in the effort now. This week, we're finalizing on the effort. This is what we're going to do. We are setting up the machines, the profit machines, because there has to be profit. Passive profit machines. And some of them are active. We have to do it actively and passively at the same time. I remind you, in my previous video, I did say that one of the billionaires, the famous billionaires, said, if you are not making money while you sleep, you are poor. Because one day has 24 hours. We all have 24 hours. So how many hours of the day are you going to be awake? If you push it, how many? 16, 18? You can't do that every day, right? 18, 16. Someday you need a good amount of sleep, right? So your body can rest. So you see, so those hours, the hours that you go to sleep, you're not making money. And you're not productive the whole 16 hours, right? Unless you're working for somebody. So basically what I'm trying to say is that you have to have passive and active sources of income. Okay? Active is where you trading your hours for the dollar. Like right now, I'm doing a webinar. Okay, if I was being paid for this webinar, if I was charging for this webinar, this would be an active way of earning an income, because that means you guys pay me to present the knowledge. So that is active. I'm trading my hours for the dollar. But if I have this webinar recorded, okay, and I put it on a platform where you have to go there and pay to watch this webinar, then I am making what we call passive income, because I have ceased now to be on camera to record a webinar to make $1. No, you can just, well, while I'm sleeping, you might be awake in India. You can go to that website, that platform where you just pay. I don't even know when you paid. All I do is when I wake up in the morning, I see that, 10 people paid the fees to watch my webinar replay. Okay, I'm not doing that for this webinar. I mean, we have webinars where we charge thousands of dollars. Okay, so guys, these are things that we teach you. So you can have passive sources of income. You do something once and it pays you over for generations to come. Okay, and those are the ones that we like most, because you put the effort in the beginning. It's like you pay the price in the beginning and you play later. You play after that. So you can be on this vacation here, diving into the ocean like this guy and making money. At this particular moment, somebody is purchasing your course, your webinar, your training. Somebody is signing up for your membership. Somebody is a bot, a machine somewhere is making you money. That's why we talk about bot trading. Okay? When I was talking about trading, 6 sources of income. Do you remember when I was talking about 6 sources of income? That's what we teach our students. 6 sources of income. Online trading. Okay? You cannot run away from this. This is what the banks do. And who is richer than banks? Nobody. The banks have all the money. We take our money there. What do you know what they do with your money? They trade your money, because they know they don't have to be there. Your money is earning profit for them, and they don't give you much of that. You're lucky if you get 1% from your bank as profit at the end of the year. You're lucky. If you have savings in the bank, go and check your statement. When did you get more than 1% profit? You'll be very lucky to get that 1%, especially in the times like this, when they're talking about inflation, recession, and all kinds of financial stuff. When you look at the economists, what do you get? What do you gather from the economists? They never agree. It's like they belong to two different parties, right? Some economists says we are in a recession. Some others are saying the recession is over. The market is rebounding. So you don't know, right? So the best thing is to have your own sources of income, 6 of them, minimum. That's what I've been preaching. That's what I've been teaching. And that's what we employ. All my students, seasoned, new ones, this is where we get them to. 6 sources of income. Part-time, you start part-time, okay? Now, why am I saying part-time? Because some of you already like what you're doing. I've had students who are doctors. They like what they're doing, and we appreciate what they're doing, especially during this pandemic, the sacrifices our healthcare people made. I have students who are pharmacists. I have students who are dentists. I have students who are engineers, nurses. I have students who are computer scientists. I have students who are programmers. I have students who are not doctors. I mean, veterinarians. They love animals. They're out there taking care of animals. I have landscapers. I have people who are business owners, bankers. Hang out with us, okay? Just to get their mindset straight. And I tell them, okay, good. The jobs that you have, some of them, their jobs bring in a lot of money, but it is just one source of income. If you are incapacitated for whatever reason, that's the end of it, okay? Your income ceases. If you're a surgeon, top, paid millions of dollars, the day you stop using your hands, the day your hands fail you, the day your eyes fail you, a drunk driver hits you and messes you up, paralyzed, halfway down, you can't perform the surgeries anymore. Your income ceases, okay? Even though you have a big nest egg somewhere, your income ceases. You're now dependent on a fixed income, which is a different story altogether. We get into that later, okay? If you hang around us, you hang around this DVE strategy, we are going to talk about those under the bonuses section. Extra training. We talk about things like that. Preserving your nest egg. We teach you strategies like infinite banking. Now, some of you already say, oh, I'm in massive debt. We teach you about velocity banking. Snowball effect. You know the snowball effect of debt management, where you take from Paul to pay Peter, and then Peter and Paul combined, we pay Simon. Simon, Peter combined, we pay Matthew. You know what I mean? So those snowball effect things. We teach you all those. Because some people come to me and they tell me, I have no money, but I tell them, just show me the wheel. You don't need money. Okay, right now I'm not charging you anything on this webinar. I'm just giving it for free. This is what we do, right? We are believers. Master teacher tells us. So who are we to charge you for something? If you come to me and you show me, I have no money, but I have the will to learn. That's why we invite you to a free webinar like this. And you pick this knowledge and put it into use, okay? So online trading, number 1. This can form a very nice passive source of income. And you only need to do this part-time. You don't need full-time. So you can pick your poison here. Binary, Forex, stocks, crypto. Some of you are crypto lovers. Some of my students are masters in crypto. They've made millions in the crypto world. And they're still making a lot of money right now. They make money when the Bitcoin is going up. They make money when the Bitcoin is going down. It does not matter. They make money. We teach you all those strategies, crypto trading. How can you make money when the crypto market is going up? How can you make money when the crypto market is going down? How can you make money when the stocks are going up? How can you make money when the stocks are going down? How can you make money in stock options? How can you sell? How can you take the puts and the calls? How are you going to place those calls? The market is going up, you make money. The market is going down, you make money. It doesn't matter, you make money. That's exactly what the banks do, the big institutions. And what do they employ? the big institutions employ what we call machines. So we also show you how you can have your own machines. They tell you the easiest way to become successful is to copy the guy who is successful. Just copy. Do not reinvent the wheel. Just copy. Step by step. If he steps, you step. Wherever they step, you step. That's how it starts. That's all we do. We copy the other person. Okay? So guys, it's not difficult. So you start part-time, okay? Because we know you love what you do, okay? You are a stay-home mom. You have a full-time job, take care of your family. You can start this part-time. You're a full-time Uber driver, Lyft driver, tour guide, counselor. You are full-time unemployed. You can start this part-time. Somebody's laughing, putting a smile when I say you're a full-time unemployed. Yeah, I mean, that is your occupation. You are unemployed, full-time. So you can start this part-time and consistently build upon these. And at some point, your part-time efforts are going to start paying you more than your full-time efforts. I've seen that happening to my students. It's happened to me too. When I put a lot of effort, it pays more. So, what are we saying, guys? A key word here to underline is consistency. So how long are you going to persist in this exercise? That is what's going to determine your success. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. If you talk to the greatest marathoner, what are they called? Marathon runners of this world, they'll tell you endurance is a key. So what makes the difference? It is the training that they put, the endurance, build the muscle, build the stamina. And then, of course, 99% is the mindset. How strong is the stuff between your ears, that white matter, the 3-pound white gray matter, liquidy, semi-solid stuff in your, between, housed right here. These bones housing something there. If we can work on that, and how are we going to start working on that? We have started today. We have prayed about it, and we have started doing this. We are getting you dreaming again, guys. Okay? So, on this webinar, this is what I want you to take home. Dream. Guys, don't be ashamed to dream again. Because I talk to people, older, younger ones tell you, oh, I want to be this and this when I grow up. I want to be this and this. I want to be able to have this. I want to be able to have this. I want to be able to. Quickly, they define their dreams. But as they grow up, life gets on the way. The negativity from the adults, the negativity from the surroundings, the schools they go to, the people they hang around with, the jobs they get, the bosses they work with. These people are so reprogramming. They program you and reprogram you to a point where you stop dreaming. You lose faith in yourself. You lose faith in your ability. You literally hate yourself. I've had students like that, where it takes us a couple of days just trying to unwind and remove those programs. Just put some confidence in them that you can start dreaming again. That's where it all starts. Do you believe that your life can change for the better? Do you believe that you can start dreaming, that you're worthy of vacation? Do you believe that you can take a vacation if that is your thing? Do you believe that you can have a good wedding? You can marry the person of your choice, of your liking. You can go out there and have a $40, $50, $60, $100,000, $1 million wedding, if you so wish. That you can live a $2 million home, if that is your thing. Do you believe you can do that? Now, the $2.5 million home here was a dream for one of my students. That doesn't mean you have to dream a $2.5 million home, okay? Because again, we are talking about the vision now. When we start talking about goals, they have to be smart. So is that realistic for you, okay? So at that point, we're going to define it. Because it's step by step. We're going to get there. No problem. We will get there. But we have to start somewhere. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. This is not cast on stone. You can replace these images here with your own suitable images. And that's what we can do for you. You can do that yourself right now. All I did was ask my students. I collected these dreams from my students in the previous webinars that we have had. In the previous trainings that I've had of my student, one-on-one students. So with their permission, I put this together. Somebody was dreaming of we gave this a value of 100,000. I have students who have dreamt $300,000 cars. And it is in order for them. They can attain it. Looking at their goals under this, measuring it under this test here, the smartness. Yes, they can do it. Yes, some of them I put a check mark. I say, right, you can go for that. Some people have put here $10 million homes. I say, right, you can go there. You can do it because you look at how they have defined their goals and the kind of effort they are going to put in. Effort in terms of investment, how much money they're going to invest to start this machine, to work this strategy. Some of you will come in with $10 investment. Some of you will come with $100,000 investment, $1 million investments to start with. So some of you are already halfway there, okay? Some of you are starting from negative. They're in debt. Some of you come to me with massive debts, minus 200,000 worth of a debt, 500,000. We start from there. So we are all at different stages in life. Some of you have just graduated from school. You have massive school loans, more than a mortgage. So you're already starting from a negative. But we slowly work this program, the DVE strategy. As I said, there are many things we look at when it comes to DVE strategy. You're in massive debts. First of all, we've got to see how we're going to tackle that, how we're going to put your house in order, employing simple tools that we have. Credit counseling, credit management, debt reduction, debt consolidation, things like that. We use the tools that are available to us. We put a plan together for you. Together, we put it together. It's not our plan to you. It's our plan, you included. You are the center of the plan. You have to buy into the plan for it to work. And we start dreaming. You start dreaming all over again. Because people have stopped dreaming because of things like that. Massive debt, sickness, illnesses. You go down to your doctor. Doctor tells you, come to my office. You have cancer. Boom, your dreams go out of the window. You forget about that house. You forget about that dream wedding. You forget about that car. You forget about that dream vacation, etc., etc. Now you're focused on cancer, fighting cancer, or fighting diabetes. Or you marry that woman or that man, boom, divorce. You go down like a balloon. The air comes out of you. You stop dreaming. We show you how to start dreaming again. Just come hang out with us. We start showing you how to dream again. it is possible to dream again. And as far as the DVE strategy is concerned, you must be able to dream. If you cannot dream, then we cannot help you. You have to have the dream. This strategy will not work if you cannot dream, guys. Okay? So it's very, very important that you guys should be able to dream. So, guys, the DVE strategy to achieve your lifelong dreams. Okay? This is very, very important that you start dreaming. You see how beautiful this thing is? We see the moon over there, ice-capped snow mountain. Look at the pines, or whatever the trees are, full of snow. You see the serenity, the calmness, the beauty of all this. This is what has to happen for you to start dreaming again. You have to take yourself out of this. It's like an out-of-body experience, out-of-mind experience, because we've been subjected to so much negativity. So much negativity, guys. So much negativity. Look at that. Look at that. The moon right there. The serenity. Look at the sky. Look at its natural state. No human interference here. This is as pure as it gets. This is what the master teacher intended, that when we wake up, this is the type of things we see. The Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden. Guys, but we messed it up ourselves. Okay? We allow these things to get into us. Sin. Because we make choices, okay? Now, some of it is not our own making. It's just the way the society is. Because when I was growing up, my parents worked very hard. Go to school, that's what they told me. Go to school, be a good student. Get good grades, get a good job, get a good education, and then get a good job. For 30, 40 years, work for the man. And hope at the end of time, they give you a pension, a retirement. And a retirement to what? You'll be lucky now, guys, to have anything like that. Companies are not loyal anymore. There's all kinds of gimmicks out there. Some of them will take you in as contract employees so that they do not give you the retirement. They don't give you the pension. Some will take you in as a casual, temporary employee. Some of them will take you in as permanent employees, devoid of the benefits, some of the benefits. Now, and then there's a lot of people who are not finding employment either. I've been to so many countries. Young people, super smart, come out of colleges with degrees and degrees, with a lot of education, but no employment. 1% employed, 99% unemployed. The youth. So what does that do? It changes this picture to chaos. It changes this picture to chaos, guys. It changes this picture to chaos. It changes this picture to chaos. Changes this picture to chaos. No clarity at all. Changes this picture to chaos. Look at that. I'm just saying. Some of you might like that. But what I see here is a lot of chaos. You can't really figure out what this is. Unless you're an artist, you can see what it is, but I can't. I just see a lot of things put together. Compare that with what we had in the previous slide. So this is what is going through in our lives. So when we talk about dreaming, start dreaming, we got to go back to our previous slide. Get rid of the chaos. Get rid of the chaos and start dreaming again. Get rid of the chaos, guys, and start dreaming again. Okay, we just got rid of the chaos. Now we are back to the calmness. The moon is up here, the snow-capped mountains, the sky, no interference, the trees in their natural state, snow-filled leaves. So that's what we want. So with this calmness, we can start dreaming again. That is what the master teacher wanted us to do. Once we start dreaming, now we come in with the power of the Almighty. We start coming up with our visions. We draw our visions. My vision, our vision, is to be able to afford $100,000 car in 5 years. And then we measure that goal using this test here, the SMART test. SMART, which stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time. So we have defined everything. It is specific. $100,000, so we can go down to the Land Rover dealership. We even put the name of the Land Rover dealership and the address. And we put the day, September 13th, excuse me, guys. September 13th, 5 years from now, that would be 2027. This is 2022. Today is 9/9/2022. So 9/9/2027, we go down to the Land Rover dealership. I walk down my student, Miss X. I'm not going to say her name. She's on here. I can see she's putting a smiley face on the chat box. She's on the webinar. We go down to the dealership near her neighborhood, and I'll proudly walk her down there as she drives away with her car. This is a Land Rover right here. Now, your car could be a different car. Could be a $50,000 car that you've been dreaming about. Could be a $20,000 car that you've been dreaming about. Could be a $300,000 car, a Rolls Royce, a Lamborghini, $1 million Maserati, whatever car. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? If the car is your own thing. Okay, some of you would be that house, the $2.5 million home for one of my students. I will walk him down there and get the house with him, help him get the house, to be a witness. Because I'll be the cheering squad, the cheerer. We want people to cheer us, right? As we make these milestones in life. So $2.5 million in 7 years. That is the goal that one of my students has set. That is one of the visions, to be owning his own family home, a $2.5 million home in 7 years from now, 2022. We just did this in June for this student. June the 18th, 2029 at 2 p.m. In fact, my student who is the one dreaming for this car here, giving me the picture of this car, we are going to set an appointment for that particular day. I'm not sure the dealership sets out appointments way out like that. It's far ahead in the future. It's 5 years from now, but I think they will, because this dealership has been there for so many years. I don't think they mind booking that appointment. So guys, go ahead and book the appointments if the cars is your thing. For you, if the vacation is your thing, okay, get the vacation company, or if it is a cruise company, call them up, okay? Get on the phone and tell them, hey, I'm making a reservation for 20, whatever time you want to give yourself. You know, when we look at your goals and put everything together, looking at your numbers, looking at the effort that you're going to put, because I'm going to show you in the subsequent videos, you're going to see how to get there, okay? So you can always modify, you can always reschedule, okay? But go ahead and book that appointment, okay? My student X for the car, this Land Rover here, let's go ahead and make that appointment. September 9, 5 years from now, that would be 2027. That was your goal, to raise 100,000. Of course, raise more money, but and it could be done sooner. That's what I'm saying. With the type of strategies that we have, this can be achieved sooner. 5 years is probably the farthest that this person is going to have to wait to get this car, okay? If she puts everything that we are going to teach you guys, that can happen sooner. I've seen people do it in 1.5 years, 1 year. What you think would take 5 years can take then less than a year, depending on where you are at the moment and how aggressive you're going to be in your terms of your effort to achieve this, in terms of your investment, in terms of your sacrifices in terms of money, in terms of time, in terms of training, in terms of everything to achieve your goals. How hungry are you? Are you somebody who has been without food for 7 days and then we give you a sandwich? Or are you somebody who did not eat in the morning and then we give you a sandwich? Who is going to be hungrier? Who is going to eat their sandwich so fast? The guy who has not eaten for 7 days. He's probably just going to swallow the whole sandwich. That's how aggressive he's going to go after that sandwich, okay? Because he's hungry. So you have to be hungry, super hungry, to achieve some of these dreams. And the bigger the dream is, the bigger the sacrifices, okay? Definitely. That is common sense. And your dreams have to be bigger. They have to scare you. They have to be bigger. Even though we are talking about when we are setting the goals, they have to be smart, okay? That does not mean they have to be minimal. Now, we have to dream big, guys. We've got to dream big. The sky is the limit when it comes to some of this, what we are talking about, what we are training. And we've seen that happening to so many people. Just imagining you establishing successful 6 sources of income. Right now, you probably have 1 source of income. 6x that, 10x that, 20x that, 100x that. We've seen that happening. Where is that going to position you? You earn 6 figures a year, for example. You make $100,000 a year. Multiply that by 6. Multiply that by 10. You're already making $1 million a year with putting into place some of the things that we are talking about. Arbitrage, advertising, digital marketing, online trading, crypto trading, bot trading, B-O-T, machines, using what we call artificial intelligence. You cannot beat a machine. When you go to sleep, when you tire, a machine does not tire, guys. Okay? Excuse me. A machine does not tire. So that's what I'm talking about. So we are looking at some of these things and we think they are pipe dreams. They are not. You have to start dreaming. So the purpose of this webinar today was to show you how you can put together a dream. Start dreaming. Is to get you to start dreaming again. Okay? And let me show you something before I close this webinar today. One of the things that is the wonder of this world, I talked about it last time. It's something called compound interest. Okay? Compound interest. Compound interest. Compound interest. Compound interest. I want to show you something here, guys, and then I'm going to close this webinar. Okay, guys, I'm just putting up together something so I can show you, because I do those things on the fly. Okay, so it's not something that I already did earlier. So 156. So here the interest rate is 156, and calculate. And you can see how this student is going to go down to the Land Rover dealership and pay for this car cash. Okay? And we are already booking an appointment, okay, for 2027. Date and time is already fixed, 2:30 p.m. on 9/9/2027. She is going to go down there. Now, if she realizes her dream sooner, she comes across that finance sooner, she's going to reschedule the appointment. So all you guys who are on here, if the car is your thing, put the car there, replace this picture with your car, your dream car, and of course, go down to the dealership and make an appointment. If you can't reach there, pick up the phone, get their phone number and call them and give them your name, your address, and your phone number, and tell them your dream car is ABCD, it is this much, and you are going to be there on 2027. They might think you're crazy, but just tell them if they are able to make such appointments. If they cannot, they should put down your name on the list, and somebody should call you on that day and remind you. And if you're going to realize your dreams later because of the things that we're going to do, you'll probably realize your dream much sooner than that. You are going to call and go down there. Okay? So guys, same thing with the house. Those of you, if this house is your thing here, put the house of your dream, call your realtor. If you don't have a realtor, find one. Very simple. Google search. A simple Google search. A simple Google search will give you a realtor in your neighborhood. If you are in a country where it's very hard to find, go to a construction company or somebody who sells homes. You know somebody who is selling homes in your neighborhood. Go down there and say, Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so, this house is my dream, and 2029, this day, 2029, I am coming down here. You can book an appointment for me on this day. We will be signing a contract for this house. Okay, this is the house that I want. Okay, and here is, put that on your calendar and you hold me accountable. Okay, same thing with those of you, if the dream vacation is your thing, put your dream vacation here. Could be in a different country, the Great Wall of China, Italy somewhere, the Mediterranean, Spain, the Caribbean, wherever you want to go, guys. Alaska, Iceland, Greenland. You want to go skydiving, snorkeling somewhere in the Caribbeans. Guys, put it there and call the tour company. Call the vacation place. If it is a cruise, $10,000 cruise, you want that next year, call the cruise company and book the appointment, okay? Even though you think, oh, I don't have the money right now, it does not matter. We are dreaming now, okay? This is the moment. This is our moment. That's why the strategy is DVE. And I tell you, do what I am saying, okay? This is the point I become like a dictator. I dictate to my student. I tell you, do what I say, okay? It's called the DVE strategy. DVE. Dream, vision, effort. First is the dream. It doesn't matter. We have not drawn the vision yet. We have not drawn the goals. We have not put the efforts together yet. But we start with a dream. So we're going to dream and call the people. These people are going to be your cheering team. These are the people who are going to hold you accountable. And if you have a partner, share that with your partner. Tell them, okay, here is my dream car, and I've already booked an appointment on this day. We're going to go down there to the dealership, Chess, Land Rover, whatever the name of the dealership is, Chess, Land Rover, or Hadley Chess, Land Rover, or whatever you call it, the dealership near you, or Motorsports, Ferrari or Lamborghini, if that's your car, the Rolls-Royce dealership down the street, or if your dream car is a Kia Sportage, put that, say, okay, I'm calling the Kia dealership, a brand new Kia, and you book an appointment, okay? They're going to give you a sales rep, and you're going to exchange. If you walk there, they're going to give you their card. Tell him, put that on your calendar, sir. Now, they might tell you, oh, I can't book appointments, weigh that out. Say, go ahead, put my name on your list and call me as often as you want to see how far I have gone with my dream. These people are going to hold you accountable, guys. This is what we call working on your mindset, okay? This is what we call working on a mindset to define your dreams, okay? For those of you who are looking at this wedding here, where do you want to have your wedding? Mexico City, Cancun, where? Which resort? Okay, call that resort. Email them and tell them on this day, 3 years from now, 2 years from now, this day, September 9, 2024, I will be coming down there with 100 guests for our wedding. How much does that cost? They give you the price. Tell them, okay, can you put me on your calendar for that day? Can you book me for that day? And I'm going to call you and call me to check. How often do you want them to call you? Decide. You want them to call you every month to check on you, to see how far you have gone with your arrangements? And get a name, somebody's name, a representative from that organization, the front-end manager or the manager. Ask to speak to the manager or the owner. If it's a dealership, talk to the manager. Ask them how long have they been in that dealership. If they've been there for 10 years, they're likely going to be there in the next 5 years because they've been there long enough. Just get some history, for example, all right? Ask the sales representative, how long have they been there? Where did they come from? If they tell you they've been there for a while and they're planning to be there in the next 5 years, just tell them, okay, put my name down and call me every 2 months, every 3 months to see where I am, if I'm still keeping my appointment for 2027. Because the surprise they're going to get is that you're going to tell them, I'll be coming there in next year or next month, because you're going to achieve this sooner than you think if you put the things that we are showing you in place. So right now, I'm going to show you what we are working on for the person who's trying to get a Land Rover. Okay. All right, guys. I'm not going to reveal her name, okay, because she's on here on the webinar. I can see she's raising her hand. She came to us in debt, okay, massive student debts, but we were able to take care of that, and now she was able to raise $1,000 to start her strategy with us. So we showed her a vehicle, okay, a platform, okay. There are many vehicles that we're going to use that is a passive type of thing, passive source of income, where she doesn't have to do anything. And the reason why we did that is because she is already working somewhere new and she is full-time and very, very busy. She doesn't have a lot of time to spend actively earning her income. So she was able to raise $1,000. So we put her into a vehicle that is paying about 3% return per week. Okay, passive crypto platform. Okay, now this is where the rubber hits the road. Are there any guarantees in life? No. So far, you guys, whatever we are talking about, I've already told you in the beginning, we are not professional advisors. Even the professional, nobody knew that the pandemic was going to strike in 2019. Nobody knew there was going to be a war between Russia and Ukraine. Nobody knew that, okay? Nobody knew that the pandemic is going to be that long, from 2019, 2020, 2022, and it's still mutating. We don't know what is going to come. They are now talking about a monkeypox. Nobody knows stuff like that, okay? So there are no guarantees in life. That's why my webinars, I only invite adults, because I think we are all adults here. So I cannot stand here and tell you this is 100% guarantee. No. Some of the tools that we are using, there are companies that can go out of business anytime. Things can change. The CEO can die. They can go bankrupt. The governments can shut them down. They can be bought by somebody. Those of you who are crypto lovers, recently, I think it was in May or June, you did see what happened to Terra Luna, one of the most fast-growing crypto. Millions of dollars were lost. Celsius, those of you who know the crypto lending platform Celsius, what happened? They filed for bankruptcy. So I cannot stand here and tell you that this is 100% guaranteed, that you cannot lose your money. You can lose your money. The companies, the platforms we use, the tools that we use, stocks, markets, they go up and down. Something can happen. Some of you are alive in 2008 when the housing market crashed. So those people who had put a lot of money, I have a lot of friends, we were victims. You are left with expensive mortgages that you cannot pay. You remember what happened to the market? Big banks, Lehman Brothers, crashed. The governments had to bail out some of those companies. Even some of the big motor companies had to receive bailouts from the government. So things can happen. The pandemic happened. The tsunami can strike A hurricane can happen. A war can start. You see what is happening right now, Ukraine and Russia. It's affecting Europe. It's affecting everybody, the whole world. No food. Ukraine was a big exporter of wheat. People are starving because of that. Oil, gas prices gone up. The stock market has tanked. The S&P 500. Some of you have 401ks and retirement plan IRAs and 401ks and IRAs. Look at your numbers. 15% down for the year. YTD is 15% down, 17% down. So we cannot control that, okay? But you have to dream. And that's why I'm teaching you dream. You have to start dreaming. You cannot be afraid. Be the kid that you used to be with all those dreams. When I grow up, I want to be. You remember those exercises we used to have when we were in kindergarten, pre-K, grade 1, grade 2, when they would ask you, what do you want to become when you grow up? When you grow up, I want to become blah, blah, blah. I want to be this. I want to have this. I want to do this. I want to be this. I want to be traveling. I want to be doing this. What happened, guys? We stopped dreaming. So this webinar, I'm urging you to start dreaming again. And that's why I'm showing you some of the tools we employ. So this person here, whose dream is this car that I am sharing with you guys, we have put a 5-year plan, okay? That's her plan. That is her vision. In 5 years, she would be driving one of the best cars. This is her dream car. She calls it the dream car, okay? We gave it a value of 100,000. We called the dealership, and that's what they said. It's 100,000, at least 100,000. With all the stuff that she wants in it, it'll be 100,000. Okay, the bells and whistles. Yours could be more, or yours could be less. Substitute that. Yours could be a $5,000 car, or motorcycle, a Harley Davidson, $20,000 Harley Davidson. Some of you, it could be a BMW, $120,000. Could be a Maserati, $500,000 car for some of you. Put that on here and work out a strategy, a vision, how, and then put the effort, how you're going to achieve it. So for her case, the effort that we came up with was using this passive source of income, okay? And of course, we had to come up with some money, okay? And it was $1,000. She started that with $1,000. And the interest rate is about 156% per year, okay? Which is about 3%. So this particular vehicle that we are using is a passive crypto trading platform, okay, which has been there for over 3 years. It's called Novatech, and I'm going to put the link in the description. That's what we are using for this particular student. Now, is there guarantees that this is going to be there, or you may not lose your money? That's why I was explaining. I've taken a lot of time to explain and put a disclaimer here, guys. Because some of you on YouTube, some of you get so excited when you see money and figures, okay? And you forget to just think for a moment, okay? Something can happen, but you have to go out there and do what you have to do to achieve your dreams. So there you go, $1,000, and we put length of time is 5 years. They pay weekly, okay? So every week, what my student is doing is every week she goes into her computer and reinvests the profit, okay? So she starts with 1,000, okay? Let me show you the numbers. So the first week was 1,000. By the end of that week, every Friday, the Novatech pays the profit or the dividends. So her account has grown to 1,030. Second week, 1,060. She just reinvests the interest. She does not withdraw. She just reinvests it by upgrading her account. Okay. So I've put a link in the description, right? For those of you guys who are going to watch on YouTube, I've put a link in the description where it says join Novatech. Go ahead and join. Okay. And start the same way. Put your goals here. What is your goal? And this calculator is a free calculator. You can go to this website, compounddaily.org, compound interest calculator. I'm also going to put this on the chat box, okay, for you guys below this video. And those of you who are on the live webinar, I'll put that on the chat box. Click that and go in and play with the numbers. See how much you can you have to start. Some people only can afford $10, okay? So if your goal is a $5,000 car, in 5 years, with your $10, you'll be way, way above that amount. You can see here. You can afford a $21,000 car. So 5 years would be done in less than, let's go down here and see where the 5-year mark, $5,000 car mark is. The $5,000 mark is right here. Month 9/25/2026. 4 years from now, you could be driving that car. 4 years from now, $5,000 car. Starting with $10 only. You put $10 and there you go. But of course, you can get more than that, sacrificing a few lunches here and there. Now, those of you who tell me I don't have any money to start, there's something I talked about in my previous video. We call it the magic of part-time. Now, that is not my phrase. I have borrowed that phrase from one of the best well-known motivators, where he talks about the magic of part-time. And his name is the late Jim Rohn. May the Lord rest his soul in peace. He talks about the magic of part-time. Part-time pays. So if you're working as a teacher and you're telling me, I have students who come to me and tell me, I have no money. I tell them, okay, show me the wheel and I will show you how to get the money. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be another job, a part-time job. It just needs something part-time. I go to their home, or they just show me what they have in the house, and you see they have a few things that they do not use, they do not need. I tell them, do you know how to set up an eBay account? They say, no, I don't. I tell them, okay, let's do a Zoom call. 30 minutes from now, you'll have a fully fledged eBay account where you can sell that thing you have there in your house that you've not used for the last 5 years. This belonged to your so-and-so and you don't need it, or it was a gift from a friend and you don't know what to do with it. You don't need it. Doesn't fit you anymore. It's a shoe that doesn't fit you. It's this that doesn't fit you. It's this and it costs $100. Okay, let's put it on eBay and let the people bid. Or let's go to Craigslist. Do you know how to put a Craigslist ad? Pay $5 on Craigslist, put an ad for this old bicycle that your kids have outgrown the bike. It's a $50 bike and you want to sell it. So we sell that bike and we sell your neighbors too at a commission. You tell your neighbor, okay, your bike is $50. I'm going to put it on my Craigslist. And when we sell it for $50, I take $25 and you take $25. And they say yes, and you do that. So you already have $75. Then you go to your other neighbor, and when you go there, oh boy, their garage is full of stuff, treasures. So you tell them, okay, man, all I can see here, you got so much stuff. We can put this on Craigslist, and we make $300. I take $150, you take $150. Is that a good deal? They say yes. You shake hands. You go ahead and put that on Craigslist or eBay, and voila. What do we have now? We have $150 plus 75. That's $225. Okay, so we come here and we put $225, and we calculate that in 5 years. Look, in 5 years, some of you will quit your jobs. You will have made just close to 500,000 using the same platform. And behold, we pray that God, the owners of that platform, the people running that platform, do not run away, do not resign, do not die, do not change their mind, do not sell the company, that they continue doing what they're doing. God bless their heart. Okay? we pray that. So the 225 that we started with, I've already shown you how to do that, okay? Now, I have young people who come to me and they tell me, oh, I don't have money, I'm a student. I tell them, what are you studying? Oh, I'm studying chemistry. Okay. So if you put up an ad in your school and say, okay, I can do your chemistry homework every weekend for $50. Trust me, you're going to get a lot of students paying you $50 so that you can just do their chemistry homework for them. I just took a subject, chemistry, because that was my favorite subject. Let's say maths, that was another favorite subject for me. Okay, say, okay, fine. I'll solve all your maths problems for you. Just pay me $20 every day. Every weekend, 1 hour in my room. I will show you how to solve your calculus problems. Trust me, you're going to get a bunch of students. Your room is not going to be sufficient, okay? And you charge them $20. So how quickly are you going to raise $100? Trust me, in 2 weeks, you'll have more than $100. You'll have more money to spend than anybody else in your school. And sir, you can start this journey. So how long does it start? That's what we call the magic of part-time. You have to think. People have stopped dreaming. That is the problem, guys. It's not the opportunities. The opportunities are there. We have just stopped dreaming. Okay, now, this giving money to a platform like that, Novatech, might not be your thing. Some people want to earn their incomes actively, okay? So we go to a platform called Pocket Options. Okay. Pocket Option. And we're going to log in. This is one of my students' accounts. Okay, I can't log in. I think she has changed her password. She's on here, so I'll probably get the password and log in next time. So basically, guys, what I am showing you is that with the compound calculator, you go right here. You go to the compounddaily.org and you're going to do the compound calculator. And we want the compound interest calculator. Now, one of my students with this dream here, the dream of the house, this one, okay? The compound weekly. And this is 7 years. Calculate. Guys, she is gonna get this house in less than, our plan was a 7-year plan, but in less than 7 years, she will be at that house. If 2026, 4 years from now, less than 4 years, 4 years and 2 months, she will be at 2.6 million, over 2.6 million. 4 years, that's what I tell you. Go ahead and call that realtor and tell them in 7 years, just under promise and over deliver. So we are under promising. We're telling them in 7 years, but I know if we work this plan in less than 7 years, we will be in that house. So my student who wants the dream house, she has come up with 4,000. That's how she has started this. This is her sacrifice. This is her investment. Did she have that 4,000 in her bank account? No. She had a debt of 21,000. So we worked together to see how we can resolve that debt. And we did. Now we are using other people's money, OPM. This is something that we train in our DVE strategy. You use other people's money to raise 4,000, okay? and she has put her money in that vehicle, another vehicle, not the same one that I have shown you. She has put her money in another vehicle where they're paying about the same, okay, 3% weekly, okay. It's a crypto-based vehicle, so very volatile, very risky. But of course, as I told you, there are no guarantees. So you have to make that decision. Risk whatever you can afford to lose. So she can afford to lose 4,000 without going into debt, okay? So we looked at all that, okay? And she looked at all that, okay? And she knows she can afford it. So she put in 4,000. Now, some of you, 4,000 is too much, maybe 400 or $40. So whatever tickles you, whatever tickles your boat, that's what you're going to start. Whatever you're comfortable. If these guys go away tomorrow, you're not going to cry and say, this is it, I'm done, I'm going to take my life. No, we don't want anything like that. Something that you're comfortable, you can afford to lose. So do your due diligence. We call it risk management 101. You don't want to risk more than you can afford to lose, guys, okay? If I can't afford 4,000, to lose 4,000, I'm not going to start with 4,000. I'm going to start with less than that. So if this lady keeps 4,000 and this company, this platform continues churning the profits as they are doing, by the end of 7 years, she'll be a multi-millionaire, okay? She can afford those homes, multiple of those homes. But in 4 years, she can achieve her dream. You've seen that. By the 4th year, plus 2 months, she will be over $2.6 million in terms of investment. And she can withdraw that money and go ahead and purchase her home. That's why I told her to go ahead and make that appointment with the realtor, okay? So with that, guys, I am going to end this, excuse me. I'm going to end this webinar today. But before I go, I just want to show you this thing here. It's called Ledger Nano X. I just got this from Amazon. And these are things that we teach some of our students. So I got this for one of my students, one-on-one private student that I am training. So it's called a Ledger Nano. It came packaged like this. We've not opened it because she's coming this afternoon for some training, one-on-one training, 2-hour training. So 2 hours, okay. Mark from Atlanta, Georgia, is asking me 2-hour training one-on-one. How much does that cost? I've already told you, Mark, it's impossible for me to put a price on my time. It's very, very valuable time. But if you want a one-on-one coaching where we can get on a Zoom call, okay, because some of you might not be able to get to where I am, but if you want a one-on-one Zoom call where we can sit down and go through this stuff together, one-on-one, you have my contacts. And if I'm not able to get to you, one of my coaches will. I'll ask one of my coaches to help you out, okay? And of course, it's going to cost you some money. How much do you want to pay? $1,000 per hour, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000? People have paid as much as that. $10,000 an hour. We get on a Zoom call for 2 hours, and that changes your life for good, forever. No guarantees, though, because the results will depend on your effort and your ability to apply what we have learned, the skills that we teach you. So if that's something you want to do, okay, yeah, Mark, you can get in touch with me. My email is down there. You can get onto our Smart Wolf Club on Telegram or WhatsApp, and you can just say you want a one-on-one. Just comment. It doesn't matter. Let me see how many people want one-on-ones. We can organize something for you guys, okay? So all these things are attainable. It's just that people are lazy. All right, so that's a Ledger Nano. So this is a hardware that you use to store your crypto. So instead of putting your crypto on platforms which can go bankrupt, like you see what happened with Celsius. Those of you who had your cryptos on Celsius, those of you who had your Bitcoins, Ethereums on Celsius, you are not able to withdraw your coins. But with a Ledger Nano like this, this is a hardware. Nobody's going to take that. So once you buy your crypto, you store it here, and nobody's going to take it away from you. It's safer when it's in your hands than when you leave it on those platforms. Those platforms can change their rules. Sometimes they say that they have deactivated transfers, withdrawals. So you're stuck. Okay? That's why I say everything you do, that's why we talk about 6 sources of income. So you cannot just depend on one. If that one dries up, you have another well. So you have 6 wells around you to water your garden of Eden. It's going to take more than one well to water a good garden. One well might dry up one day, so you go to the next one. While you go to the next one, you create another one. So you're always replacing. So it's a continuous cycle. That's why you see what did I draw here? What did I put up here, guys? Did you guys see what I put up here? I put a wheel. Why didn't I put a flat thing or a square thing? I put a wheel because there's no end. When you are here, it's the same as here. So it's a continuous wheel, rotation. It's a continuous cycle. So first, you pay yourself, okay? For everything. If you get $1, first pay yourself, okay? Pay yourself interest, just like the banks do. When we give the banks money, they keep your money and they make money out of it. They earn interest and they pay themselves interest. That's why they are profitable. And then recoup. How nice will it be to recoup all that you spend? We show you how to do that, okay? So in the subsequent videos, we're going to show you how to do all this. And if no money to start the financial wheel, what do? We employ the magic of part-time. Part-time could be work, where you actually go and exchange, you cut somebody's hair, or you repair somebody's bicycle. You have this extra skill. You know how to repair bicycles. So all the neighborhood's kids, you can tell them, okay, bring your bike here, I'll repair it for $5. And the parents will pay you $5 to repair their bicycles. Or like I took the example of the college student, okay? The college student, you're saying you don't have extra money and you're studying, you're a maths major, you're a chemistry major, you're a biology major, you're a literature major, you're an English major. Just tell a few of your friends that, hey, you know, this weekend I'm free. I can do your essays for you. I can do the write-up for you. Just pay me $50 or $20. Just see how many of them are going to pay you so you can do their homework for them or the write-up for them. You can write up the essays for them. Or you have somebody who is struggling in your class with calculus. Just tell them, hey, I can spend some time with you this weekend, 2 hours, 3 hours, and I charge you $50. I need $50. Just come spend 2 hours with me. I'll show you the things that you're having trouble with, and just pay me $50 and see how many of his friends, once you help that one person, they're going to tell another one and another. Word of mouth. That is how we market our stuff. That's why I was saying some of us are not celebrities. We do this underground through word of mouth. This is the strongest advertising you can ever have. Free advertising, referrals. We get free calls. I get phone calls. My emails are full every day. There's thousands of subscribers on our email list because through the word of mouth, through sharing, and we started this Smart Wolf channel so you guys can share these videos with your friends so they can learn some of the skills that we are teaching. Now, with that, guys, I'll leave you with one thing. 6 sources of income and the power of compound interest. I just showed you the power of compound interest. From 4,000 this 1 week, second week it is 4,120. The third week it is 4,243. The third week it is 4,370. The fifth week We are already at 4,637. And by month, let's see, by month, this month here, 26, we have doubled the investment. It's no longer 4,000, it's over 8,000. You have actually doubled your investment by this month right here. So if you started today, 2022 September, by March 17th, 2023, March 17th, 2023, which is how many months from now? 6 months? 6 months from now, you can actually withdraw your investment. You can take your 4,000 out of this system and start trading the house's money. You will have doubled your 4,000 and start using their money. So now the risk on your part is zero because you took your 4,000 out and whatever you're making now is pure profit. And you can let that grow for the next few years and you can go down there and secure your dream house, dream wedding, dream vacation. You can celebrate your winnings. You can celebrate your success by rewarding yourself. We work hard and play hard, so you can take that dream vacation. The $40,000, $50,000 dream vacation that you wanted is not beyond reach anymore by just using one platform. So this passive platform could be your source of income, your source number one. And then your source number two, we're talking about 6 sources of income, could be your job, okay? Some of you are full-time. You are engineers, you're doctors, landscapers, tree surgeon, pet groomer, hotelier, waiter, retail store employee. So already now you have 2 sources of income. Your full-time job, you're working for the man, you work for the government, you work for whoever, the lawyer, the attorney, you work for your front desk employee, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you're whatever you are, okay? So now you have another source of income, which is passive. All you have to do is get on there every day, every week, just to compound your earnings, just to reinvest your earning. You go in because they are not doing it automatically. Novatech is not doing it automatically, but we have some other platforms that compound, reinvest your earnings automatically. You can put a script or something that does it automatically. They compound your earnings automatically. And then once you have some income coming in, now you're more comfortable now to start going into some of the more riskier sorts of investments, binary, forex, stocks, crypto trading, things like that. Now, if you are multi-talented, you can put up gigs on platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. You can put an ad on Craigslist. If you are a pet groomer, for example, you know how to groom dogs, groom cats, groom lizards, groom everything. Pets, it's a big market. You can put up an ad there, say, I can sit your dog on these days, and you'll get people coming, bringing their dogs for you to sit for them. And you can charge that. That's your part-time gig, okay? And the ad on Craigslist might cost you $5 a week or $5 a day, and you're making more than that by just sitting a few dogs in your neighborhood. You know what I mean? And then I'm just giving you examples. I mean, if you know how to build websites, you can put an ad on Facebook Marketplace and say, okay, I can build your website for $250. I mean, it's competitive, but your work will sell for itself. If you know what you're doing, you can do that. So guys, let us end this webinar here today and subscribe to the channel. Click the links in the description. Go check out Novatech and you can start your journey. And if you want to work one-on-one with us, my email is down there. You can hit me, or you can join our social media groups, Telegram, on WhatsApp, and you can let us know that you want to work one-on-one with us, and somebody will get back to you. Otherwise, there's no reason at all to stop dreaming. Let us all start dreaming again. Okay? The dream. It starts with a dream. Amen. May the Lord Almighty bless your works, and may those of you who are going to apply this teaching be successful. Amen. Thank you guys, and have a good night, good morning, goodbye. Thank you.